Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. In this video we're taking a look at the Birmingham Clitchfield DLC, which was on sale during the May Madness. I don't know when this video I will publish, for 80% discount, so I think it was about €7.19. So we're driving the class 323 WMR and we're doing a short service. I'm going to do the full route down the line and have a bit more time, which is essentially driving from Birmingham New Street to Four Oaks. So nice and short. This train is rather oldish, as you can see here. I haven't actually done a tutorial on how to start this, but this is very similar looking to the class, I want to say 465. So reverser is in. Oh no, put the master key back to on. No, reverser, where is me reverser? There we go. The headlights are today. There's no pantograph. Is there a pantograph? There is a pantograph, but that's already lifted. Welcome to Birmingham New Street. So, yeah, basically, there's always stuff on sale with TSW5, as you can imagine. So, what I'm going to do is, while we're waiting, we're going to look at the train. So, this is it. It's got the 5x4 seating that you get on UK trains, because I think this is not a standard gauge, it's a bit wider than a standard gauge, hence they're able to fit that. And actually I watched a train movie today. I watched Bullet Train Explosion, which is a Japanese movie. Started off well, the ending was kind of like meh, to be honest. Like when I started watching and I saw it was 2 hours, I was like, this seems a bit overkill. I love that the seat here is literally like you can't actually get through there. Like I don't understand this design. It's a bit like, yeah, anyway. So yeah, it started off well, and then it kind of just, yeah, I was gonna say, because it was 2 hours, like when I started watching this, I was like, this seems a bit too long for an action movie, and yeah, it was. It was good though, just, it kind of trailed off. So, let's close the doors, because we need to pull off very soon. Okay. And this is actually essentially just driving from one stop to another, not even picking up passengers. Is this a shunting of sorts? I don't understand why that scenario had to start 2 minutes early and you just have to sit around there for 2 minutes. I guess some people like that kind of simulation, but... Right. I haven't actually been to Birmingham myself. It's I'll end up going there at some point because it's quite easy to kind of get across to these cities, and you know, I do like going to the UK. There's always like more variety of stuff there. I was in Blackpool there last week when I was filming this video, so quite nice. And went to Tramtown to see the double-decker trams. So trying to get those double-decker trams back in, well, the old trams, you know, the iconic trams that they use. They're trying to get them back into service. So the whole thing is that they basically don't have funding. So that, like, you know how they said the reason that it stopped was due to funding. That's obviously just the PR reason. The actual reason is, oh sorry, safety. So the PR reason was safety. Actually, it's just down to funding. They need to get them. It's going to cost $150,000 to run them for the year. They need to get a new roof and everything. So they've opened a Tramtown experience as a way to kind of raise money. Birmingham's looking very nice. I think this came out with Train Sim World 3. Look at that, we're running side by side. I have to say, yeah, really like this looks nice. So yeah, that's essentially what's happened there. So they're hoping that it will be operational and they'll have them running. If they do, I might head back over to Blackpool. Oh no, there's a red signal. TE, don't get distracted. Contact signaler. Okay, I think we should be fine, but yeah. So I started talking and I'm like not monitoring the speeds and everything, but luckily we escaped that with the skim of our teeth. Nice little viaduct here. But on that, so when I was speaking to one of the volunteers there, who used to work in Intel, she was saying that actually the Isle of Man has a lot of kind of retro trams, because obviously I think now so the Alexandria in Egypt and Hong Kong that has double-decker trams. but they don't have double-decker trams in the Isle of Man, but they have lots of historic ones. And I didn't actually know this, because when she said this to me, I was like, wait, what? Because I was like, I swear I would have known this, because I know like the Isle of Wight has like a train line. It's like, you know, the Isle of Man is small, and it's apparently the world's oldest surviving electric railway. And they have you know, really old trams. They're 17 kilometers along the coast, so it looks really cool. So it's definitely somewhere I want to visit. The issue is it's a bit difficult to get to the Isle of, like, there's a ferry, but like I don't like boats. I'll fly before I take a ferry. Although with a ferry I could take my bike, but so yes, basically, and the ferry is quite expensive. It's actually more expensive than flights. But the issue is with flights, there used to be flights from Belfast, and actually I wanted to do that EasyJet flight from Belfast to the Isle of Man because it was also EasyJet's shortest route. But that's not running anymore. Now the shortest route is actually Liverpool to Belfast. But that's, see, for me, like, ideal flights just fly out Saturday morning, you know, come back Sunday evening. That way I don't have to use annual leave. So it doesn't, yeah, it's one of those things that might have to wait a bit to actually get to the Isle of Man, because there are direct flights, but the direct flights aren't very practical, because unless you again fly during the week, where there's like flights at 11 a.m., which for me is too late. I like a nice like 8 a.m. flight's nice, because then you have the whole day. 6 a.m. flights are good too, but you do end up being exhausted by the end of the day, and it is a short flight to the Isle of Man. So yeah, getting back as well is like at 5 o'clock, and see if you get a hotel, and hotels aren't particularly cheap there. It's just one of those things, like, financially you want to get the most of your day. So yeah, but it's definitely one I'm going to have on my radar, for flip's sake. This time we're not going to be so lucky. Hopefully it's going to spawn back on the other signal. I know, there's no danger there, there's no train. Load last checkpoint. So yeah, note to self, TE, focus. Yeah, okay folks. Oh, this is moving. Yeah, I'm not gonna, West Midlands Railway, I'm not gonna play this again because I just did the full route. This is just going to give an introductory vibe of this, just because I wanted to try it out. And I have to say, I'm quite impressed. It looks quite nice. It's a nice DLC. I just kind of wanted to briefly touch on that. There's also, so in May, there's going to be a new Manchester route. That's going to be Manchester Airport. And there's also going to be, the German S-Bahn came out today, actually, today is the 8th of May. I would like to, I still need to get the mid-May line. I'm just waiting for these to go on discount. Unfortunately, Dovetail Games ignores all my emails about gear requests. So yeah, and I'm not paying, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying full price for these, because you generally have to play 30 hours to get your money's worth. It's 1 hour per euro spent, and once I drive the route, which is 1 hour, that's me done. And especially because in the way it is doing advertising, even if they don't necessarily always get many views, sometimes they do, ish. So yeah, that's kind of that. So it's fine though, because there's still some content I have to create with Train Sim World 5. So I still have the Manchester Glossop line, which I've done one route. I have to do the second route. I have the Flix train that I bought today on the sale. I also got the Class 700. So like there's still content to keep me busy, because I don't play this game too often either. So it's grand waiting around, but like, you know, there's some stuff that's kind of like, okay, I've actually been on this. I actually want to play this more so than like this. I like it, but I've never been to Birmingham, so it's kind of like doesn't have the same kind of appeal. But yeah folks, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and bye for now. This will stop there earlier.